A new study suggests 1 in 25 fathers in Britain may not be the biological parent of the child they believe to be their own. Researchers say thousands of DNA tests are now being carried out each year, with serious consequences for both parents and children.
33-year-old Mark took a paternity test just a few months ago. It revealed to his delight that he's the father of a baby girl born to his foreign girlfriend. His decision to take the test upset his partner, but he says he had to know the truth.
It was one of the most difficult decisions I had to ever make in my life. I knew that if I got the wrong results, it would be quite devastating to me.
And it's at this Oxfordshire lab where many of the paternity tests take place. Researchers here say demands increased annually, and it now carries out several thousand tests every year. Scientists say new techniques mean it's a much faster process.
Nowadays, samples can be taken with a simple mouth swab that just takes a few seconds to do. Really is very simple, very painless, and the testing itself is very rapid.
Today's report by Liverpool John Moores University estimates that 1 in 25 fathers may be bringing up another man's child as their own, and that with the increase in DNA testing, that figure's likely to rise.
And there's concern about the impact on families. Researchers say when a man discovers he's not his child's biological father, it can have substantial health consequences for him, for the mother, and for the child. And in some cases, it can destroy a family.
It's for that reason that this DNA testing centre in the City of London offers support for families.
The most important piece of advice we give out to people who find out that the child isn't their child is that being a father is one of having a spiritual bond, not just a biological bond.
But with so many paternity tests being carried out, the study is warning that much more must be done to stop family life unravelling. Sophie Hutchinson, BBC News.
Avi Lasarow is the Managing Director of DNA Bioscience, which performs DNA relationship testing and produces home testing kits. He's here now. Welcome to News 24.
Thank you.
Were you surprised by that figure? 1 in 25 dads might not be the dads they think they are.
It's interesting, even though the figure sounds like quite a large number, the industry information that I had seen or I have come across, the figure was a lot worse. So it's quite reassuring that the number isn't as bad as what we all originally suspected it was.
I mean, what kind of figures were you hearing?
I believe it was 1 in 5 or 1 in 10.
That would be astounding. So 1 in 25 seems dramatic enough for now.
Indeed, yes.
How much has demand risen for your services?
In terms of our company, we've seen a huge growth from year on year. We were founded in December 2002, and there was over 150% growth from 2003 to 2004. Certainly, as these tests become more readily available, as public awareness increases in terms of how accessible these tests are and how cheap they are as well, how good price they are, people are finding them more accessible and wanting to do these tests.
And is it mostly dads coming in thinking, am I the real father? I mean, who are your main customers?
We have a broad range of types of people who want to use these services. Yes, we have dads who want to find out whether they are the father of the child. We have a lot of mothers, for example, who at time of conception had multiple partners and now, later on, want to discover actually who the real father is of the child.
And what about the obvious issue of the emotions that are thrown up by this? I mean, sometimes ignorance is bliss. What do you do when you have a parent finding out they're not a parent? Do you do counselling?
Of course. The emotional management and emotional support is taken very, very seriously. What we do as a company, we have trained people who can give that support. We also work very closely with charities such as Families Need Fathers, Parent Line, Children Law UK. In extreme cases, we actually pinpoint somebody who's registered and recommended by the British Association of Counselling and Psychotherapy, and we hand that individual off to that particular qualified professional.
Is it true that you don't have to get the consent of the child? You could take a piece of hair from a teenager and take that and test it?
There are companies on the internet which one can turn to who might do testing such as the one you describe. However, most reputable companies in the UK follow the government's code of practice. There is a code of practice which is followed, and anyone who's considering doing this test or these sorts of tests should look for a reputable company.
Avi Lasarow, thanks very much for coming in to talk to us.
Thank you.